Hi everybody, it is Morgan and I am following up with another stash diving video. This will be all of my Riolis kits, whips, and my favorite Riolis finish, which is right here. Spoiler alert. I'm sure you know that from the title of the video. So I promised on Instagram that I would be continuing my stash dive videos, and Riolis won the poll that I put up on my story. So here we go. So this is my favorite finish by Riolis that I have done. It is on the 10 count Ada. This is on a flax Zweigart, and it is with their gorgeous wool acrylic. I love the way the wool acrylic gives you such a beautiful texture. I feel like this piece particularly shines because, like, look, you have tablecloth and you have curtain up here. I think it's just gorgeous. I really need to FFO this one or put it in a frame because it is so pretty. So pretty. So this is my favorite finish. I'm going to show you, I have two Riolis whips and then we're going to get into kits. I hope you have a drink. I have a couple drinks. Because, as you know, I love to collect kits, and I love Riolis kits as well. So, I have an iced coffee and a water. If you hear me taking a sip, that's what I'm doing. So, let's stay hydrated, guys. So, the first whip, I'm not actually going to show you, because it's on the frame, and there's nothing to show you, really. But it is Riolis Woodpecker. This is kit number 1851. It's one of their newer ones, and it again has this beautiful wool acrylic thread. This one is on 14 count Ada, but I love them. I looked up what kind of woodpecker they are. I don't remember, but they're just gorgeous. And I have such a pitiful start on them, and it's not worth taking the frame down. I have done his foot, and I have done this section of the tree because I'm not letting myself do the woodpeckers until I get a good start on all of this tree bark and foliage, because I know myself and I will just never do the boring parts if I have already stitched the pretty birds. Okay. The other whip that I really need to get back to because I love this one. It is, I think, one of my favorite of their designs. This is the Underwater Kingdom. This is number 1788. It's been out for a few years. It is, again, it's with that beautiful wool acrylic and on 14 count white Zweigart. So I need to work on this one more because when I show you these colors, you're going to get it. But look at that. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. And I really want to show you, like, the wool acrylic gives your stitches such a pretty texture. Look at that shading. I definitely need to put this one back in my hoops and give it some love. I always really enjoy these kits, and I really need to get him done and stitched on my wall. Okay, so next I'm just going to be showing you kits that I have not started yet. So this is the show and tell portion. So first is one of their smaller kits. This is number 240. I'm not sure the name. It's not in English, but it's gorgeous. I think these are lilacs, and it is on 15 count. Oh, 16 count even weave, cotton fabric, wool and acrylic yarn. And as you can see, there's not even that many colors in this one. So I don't think this one would take too long to stitch. I love, are those what, Lily of the Valleys, maybe? I love those. I love the pansies. These are quite pretty. So I think that's the only small kit I have from them. And I think the rest are kind of in somewhat of an order. I tried to organize them, but we'll see. Okay, so, whoops. We have number 1762, Daffodils on the Window. I think this one is so pretty. It's still in print as far as I know. I love those daffodils. I love the shading they get. This is another one I have almost started several times. Look at that cute little teddy. And it has the wool acrylic. It has 14 count Zweigart. And as you can see, it's kind of in a set with these two similar pieces right here, 1669 and 1763. So I haven't even opened to this one. You're going to see that, I think, for most of the rest of them. So, spoiler alert, I do have 1763 crocuses on the windowsill. And I think this one is so cute. I love that ball of yarn. You have a crochet hook, and you have like the start of a doily over here, which I think is so cute. These are going to look so good stitched, and I always envision them in like some dark walnut frames. I want to say, I'm pretty sure Michelle of Michelle's Romantic Tangle has stitched this one, and it was just stunning. She did a glorious job. Okay. Also in the flower theme, I have this one, which is opened. So I get most of my cross-stitch kits secondhand on eBay, and that means sometimes they're a bit of a jumble. But this one is $13.84. And it looks like this. I think these are zinnias. It was designed by Julia Cravasana. And it has the wool acrylic. That looks like 14 count gray. I'm missing the usual packaging. Oh, also, I would like to let you know, I really like Riolis charts, but they are in color, and the colors do not necessarily correlate with the color of thread that you're stitching. So that is a hard deal breaker for some people, so just a heads up before you order one of these designs and you are disappointed at how it shows up. These are so pretty. Are these zinnias? I'm not sure. I should have looked that up. Okay. So this was a recent buy for me. It is $17.89. And this one is called Stitching Lessons. I think this is one of their newer kits. But interestingly, this is Anchor Floss. So this is 6-stranded cotton. This is not their wool acrylic. And 14 count white Zweigart. There's 27 colors and a needle. And this one has some very beautiful shading, I can already tell. I think Michelle from Romantic Tangle is stitching this one too. This is just so pretty. I don't know what my favorite detail is. I really love that little cat chasing the ball of yarn. I love the mother and the daughter. I love the pinks, and I love these plates. I just think it's a really pretty picture. So I also have this one, $14.39. This is Portrait of Jeanne Saint-Marie after Pierre-Auguste Renoir's painting. So I saw Luda stitch this, and I had to have this because her finish was so beautiful. She did such a gorgeous job. So definitely check it out. I think there's several pictures on her Instagram. You might just have to scroll. This is also on 14 count colored. So it's like a flaxen oatmeal color. Ada. This is also the Anchor Stranded Cotton. 31 colors. By Alexandria Gusarova. I think most of my favorite designs are by Alexandria, which is interesting. I think she has a really beautiful style. Okay, I have another classic art piece, which is this one based on Monet's Lady in the Garden. Same designer, Alexandria Gusarova. Very talented lady. This one is so pretty. 14 count, but I get the wool acrylic again. This one, it looks like I have to sort my own bundles. of threads, and they give you this card that has small examples of each one. And then if you can see here, yeah, there's like bundles. So that'll be interesting. I have never had to do that yet with any of my Riolis projects. I really like, as you can see, classic art. So I have Starry Night after Van Gogh's painting. This one was actually a really good friend helped me get my hands on this one after they found it on Hobby Lobby clearance. You know who you are. And I can't wait to start this one. I love those blues. I love that yellow. And my favorite wool acrylic. This reminds me a lot of the colors I get to work with in my octopus or Guardian of the Sea. No, that's not what it's called. I always say that, and that's a Dimensions kit. It's Underwater Guardian. But I think I get to use some of these colors in that one. So I'm sure I will love to use them again. Okay. Next up, this was actually a prize for participating in a Riolis stitch-along, which was really fun. And I hope they do stitch-alongs again. Like, you don't even have to give me a prize. I just love the accountability of having to work on a WIP monogamously and post every week. And this is, what is this one called? I don't know. I do not speak Russian. So this is 1638. I'm pretty sure this is also famous art, and you're all judging me right now for not recognizing it. But this one was designed by Yulia Krasavina. Sorry. And it's really pretty. It is on 14 count black Aida. Lots of colors of cream. Looks like you get a lot of shading in this one too. So that should be really nice to stitch. And also, if you are a little bit wary of the wool acrylic, I think most of the kits that use the wool have these cards that kind of explain about them. They're 70% acrylic and only 30% wool. If you've made a mistake or you damage your thread, you can buy replacements or contact us directly. So that's good, because I know I was really nervous when I used the wool acrylic for the first time, because now you can buy it on 123 Stitch. At the time you couldn't. Even now I don't know if you can easily find a one-to-one match. So probably your best course of action would be to reach out to the manufacturer directly. So I also have 1247, which is by my girl Alexandria Gusarova. This one is very cute. I really like this one. There's something so pretty about it in Victorian with the cats and the books. I think Michelle is stitching this one too. She inspires me a lot. I love her taste in projects. But look at that brown. So many browns. So I feel like this one might be a bit of a challenge to stitch, because look at the nuance of the threads you get to use. Very pretty. Okay, so I also have 1416, which is Funny Rabbits. They're so cute. Every year I am tempted to start this kit for Easter or in spring. I just think they are so sweet. I love the clovers around them. I love the watercolor effect of the clover in the background. And this is also created by Alexandria, 14 count white Zweigart Aida with the wool acrylic threads and 24 colors. I don't care for these two as much. I think these bunnies are my favorite because they are more, I don't know, not exactly realistic. I like the style of them more. These ones on the back almost feel more cartoonish, and that's not exactly my thing right now, but I think they're very pretty. Okay, I have hedgehogs and lingonberries, which is $14.69. This is a classic. A lot of people have stitched this one. It is not so big, 9 3/4 by 9 3/4, that I think it would be a very slow stitch. I think they are so cute. Look at them. Look at their little faces. And do we have wool acrylic? We have our Ada. And this is a secondhand kit, as you might guess. So the top is just scotch taped haphazardly back together. I did get this from a seller on eBay, but I always do check, and I would advise this of you if you also are picking up secondhand kits, to double check that they're complete when they arrive. And lastly, I have my newest kit that I bought from Riolis, and I think it is the newest release of theirs that I have. It is number 2192, Iguana, and this one is only half cross stitch, back stitch, and combined colors, which I think is so interesting for them. I have never seen any of their projects be entirely half stitched before. I think it's going to give such an interesting effect when it's stitched. Look how cool he looks. I love those colors. I just love those colors. And again, we have 14 count black Zweigart Ada, 20 colors of the wool acrylic. And as you can see, some of the other ones. Yeah, so this is a 2023 release, so it's the newest one of theirs that I have. I don't see the designer on this one. I wonder who designed it. I wonder if it was Alexandria. Okay, this is the last kit I have to show you. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I do not have as many Riolis kits as Dimension kits, but I really enjoy them as well. I think the wool acrylic really gives a very beautiful effect when you stitch with it. I would love to know what kits you have, if you've stitched any of the kits that I've showed you, or if you've tried their specialty thread. I would love to know, because I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, which is fine. I mean, everyone likes different things. I'm just very curious. Okay, I hope you are having an amazing day, and I hope you have lots of time to stitch, and I will talk to you again soon. Goodbye!